Hello, hi. Hello, Yala. It is me. It is I. Small town Didi. You're already on the internet. I am back. I'm back. Oh my God. Let's get into it. Oh, thank you for coming back. Hope you're back. Please be back. Okay. All right. We are going to be giving our review on the Real Housewives of Cape Town, episode 3. Let's go. I don't know why I feel like everybody on the internet who's disappointed in what the city's giving, the Cape Town franchise is giving, are people who do not watch Real Housewives shows. Like, first seasons are usually shaky and rocky, and they actually are having, I mean, these are not bad episodes. This is actually a good episode, if I have to be honest. We start off at Miss Leo. Oh my God. I'm quite surprised because you know how they sent her the main person in the picture, the promo picture that they use is usually in accordance to, there's usually the anchor of the group. Like Nene on Atlanta was friends with a couple of the girls and knew whomever through whomever, but they need to have a way to tie them to each other, and it looks like they were gonna use Miss Leo for this. She's falling flat. I mean, in production somewhere somebody should have realized that we thought she was gonna be in charge of the bitches, but like, you know, no, she's not in charge of them at all. Anyway, we start off at her place. Looks like a new build, her home. Looks like that entire area is a new development. I don't know like where it's situated in Cape Town. Neither does Beverly later on. We see she's like, oh girl, where is this? But we see her and her kids, and they're off to a photo shoot. They're doing a cake smash photo shoot in preparation for the son's first birthday blowout. This big blowout that they're planning for. We see it later in the episode. It's how we close the episode actually. And they're going for the smash. I always say, if you've paid attention to what's going on at the back at any point, then you've probably figured out what I do if you don't already know me. I always say it's odd to me when people want to do the cake smash photo shoot with the extra birthday cake, but I suppose that might be directly linked to like budget concerns, like ordering a birthday cake and then ordering a cake smash, and you want both of them to be bespoke. Then I suppose cutting costs is doing it all in one, especially if you're not having a party. But it's odd to me when people order cake or they get cake from wherever, and then it's also the cake that they want to use for the birthday party and everything is on the same day. The whole point of the cake smash is so that you actually have photos to use on the day, okay? For the party packs, for the welcome board, for the backdrop, to have pictures of the cake smash and stuff. So that's how you do it, okay? She's on the money. Let us know there. Very cute, like, oh yeah, I lived out in Canada for like a year, so I follow a lot of the mom bloggers out there, and I saw them do this, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna do this. Girl, you need to go to Canada to do this. Girl, we've been doing this. I'm just saying, okay? But what was interesting to me in this scene is something that I've realized happens a lot, and a lot of you women think it's cute, but you just look tired. Nobody thinks you look cute. We think you look tired. Her husband is not available for the shoot. She's having to rally all their kids, do all of this managing of all of these children, and he's not even at the shoot to be included like in this moment and in these pictures. And I'm like, this thing of like single mothers who are also married is so prominent. Nobody really talks about it. A lot of you think it's cute that you are expected to do the bulk of the work and just, it looks like she's juggling everything. And then, okay, this man, I don't know, maybe he's somewhere making sure they have the money to pay for the party. Let's say that, but it's not cute, guys. You having to and then the little boy is irritated. It was his nap time and whatever. She can't even stop what she's doing because her husband's not there to be the one doing the driving while like it's not giving cuteness to me. I'm not like, oh my God, what a mommy. I'm like, oh my God, I am not having kids. That's what happens in my head when I see that. They have this shoot, it's nice, and then we have the next scene. We see Rushda. It's a filler scene. It's a nonsense scene. It's a nothing scene to me. She has her friends come over, 2 of them, at her home. I don't know if it was the fact that they were filming and talking and they knew to it, so they were getting carried away with the conversation. But these people weren't eating. These people were picking at their food and toying and play. I know people who are trying not to eat, and these are food conscious people. Those people weren't eating. Okay, I'm like, that side is not moving. Especially that one girl, Rush's friends. She just kept like, so it's like, girl, leave the lettuce alone. Like, if you don't want to eat, don't. And Rush had said right before she gave her, I'm the type to notice these kinds of things. I don't know why, but these people don't eat. She took a bite of a burger and they're like, oh my God, you've been having so many fried food. She didn't eat that fucking burger. She didn't eat it. And then she goes into the bathroom because they were basically having all this conversation around her having fried foods to allude to the fact that the other times she's been pregnant, she's been into fast food. She goes into the bathroom. She takes a pregnancy test. It says she's positive. And she's like, oh, she was really looking forward to this being like, you know, a hot girl summer type vibe year. And she's quite disappointed that, you know, she's, well, not disappointed, but she has to put it on hold now. And that she's pregnant. My African ass would have never let them cameras catch me peeing on no fucking steak to show you all that I'm pregnant, okay? I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant until the baby's 2 years old. I don't give a shit. That's what we see. And then the next scene, we have Beverly or Bobby, okay? Bob's I'm Into Diamonds. We see Miss Beverly hosting 3 of the ladies for a lunch at some pretty place. Everybody's dressed nice and stuff. She arrives first. We know she likes to be on time. Shortly after, you will never believe who arrived. Roxy. Roxy was on time, Yella. Okay. Roxy was on time, guys. And then Miss Lee arrived next, and then Rush arrived last. Now, I obviously have locks, if anybody hasn't noticed that I've got dreadlocks. So I don't want this to be like, I'm like with the natural girls judging on the girls who want to wear wigs. Your lace fronts have been a distraction to me for a very long time now. Okay. I said this before on my WhatsApp, so people in my life know that your lace fronts are distracting to me, and I'm not even saying you all need to wear wigs. But all that, it's not working, guys. The gluing down and then the entering, and then you enter, and then you're like, lace way. Like, what? That lace. The one that is lifting. The one that is trying to be in our conversation. Like when I'm talking to you, it's like, they're trying to be seen. That lace is like, just wear a wig. You know, you like just, I can't do that thing. And then when it's like almost over, when it's time to take it out, it literally looks like bijayabo swabamaka from all that foundation that you've been trying to melt it into your skin, girl. Make it look like it's growing from your scalp, girl. Like you and your 4C hair. Like, girl, which I have. So I can't do the lace. So Thato's hair. I said all of that to say that blonde wig was a distraction for me. And I can't even see it on camera, but I know the other ladies have to sit in front of it so they can see it. The lace, let it go. Hang it up. I am really pushing for all this old school type wigs that I see coming back in, your extensions, your whatever. I root for you guys doing those things if you want to wear other people's hair that bad. You can do it. Okay? Don't feel judged by me. I'm fine with people wearing other people's hair. I just don't want to. Okay, I bet you guys understand that I don't like it. Okay, it's fine. At this table, Thato comes up. Before Thato comes up, Bev mentions Camilla and how she thinks she's a sweet lady and what have you. And then Thato mentions that I went to her home to check in on her, and it looks like a museum, or a museum, however she says it. But anyway, she says it looks like a museum and it's scary, it's spooky, it looks like something could jump out at you. So they start planning, and then Thato mentions that Camilla had mentioned that she'd love to host the ladies for a sleepover at her holiday home. But Bev thinks it would be a brighter idea to have it at Camilla's. They literally start planning a sleepover at this woman's home with like in her absence and without her permission. The whole thing is odd to me, but they do it, and I'm like, good for y'all. Could never be me, not in my house, but like, good for you guys, right? They planned this whole thing. Then the conversation strays into Thato and how she was at the previous event, at the dinner that they had at, I remember the name of the place now because they said it like 1,000 times again. I think it's called Coco Safar, is where they had that dinner where Thato showed up looking like she had just been in the boxing ring, like Rambo who, like Thato is who's the girl. But they at this thing at the lunch, and then Beverly said something where I'm now looking at Beverly like, you nyoga of a snake in the fucking grass. You blonde fucking snake, you. Says, it takes a lot sometimes to just admit that you are a shitty person. How did we get to Thato being a shitty person? Because in this moment, we don't know all the deeds about like the type of girl my girl is. I still ride for Thato. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm still riding for Thato. They're at this thing and she's saying, oh my, whatever. And then Miss Leo makes the comment that maybe she's just a lot of woman. Like, she's pushy, and she basically says Thato needs a wrangler. Thato needs a kind of man who has that thing. I don't know what that thing is. But basically she needs to be controlled, right? She behaves somewhat like a child and she needs somebody who's gonna put her in her place. She even goes as far as to say that a woman should know her place in her confessional, that a woman should know her place and make sure that you're happy and content there. And her place is apparently just like juggling all these kids, and this man is nowhere to be found. And, you know, that's womanhood. That's how you guys want to do it. Could never be me, honey. Could never. They talk about it, and then Roxy mentions that at the table, we had a brief conversation, her and she's being abused. And then Bev is like, no, she's not being abused. And then she's like, no, she told me that. And we see the tape run back, and she did say that to Roxy, that I am being, you are, Roxy said, I recognize some things in you. This is not like word for word what she said, but like, and I feel like you're being abused. And then Tato's like, you're actually right, is what we see in the playback. And then Rush makes mention of, how come you don't know this? Aren't you supposed to be her friend? I always suspected from the first episode that Thato and Bev are outside friends. They're worlds apart. Not really worlds apart, but man. Their worlds don't meet naturally. They do not collide naturally. However they meet is very socially. I don't believe that they are in each other's lives to that degree that Bev, no, they're outside friends. They're groove mates. Like, they remind me of the girls in my hood who are like, people say they're friends, but they're not. You're just the girl I call when Le Bosso wants a threesome, but we say we're friends. And I'm not saying these women are doing that. I'm saying they remind me of those girls. Like, we're outside friends, we're party, like, we're social friends. And but like, sometimes we play it up like we're more friendly than that, or we're in each other's lives more than that. Also, you guys throw around this word friend so freely. So, Ngani, Chomi, hang on, oh my god. I feel the same way about Roxy and Miss Leo. I also feel like they're outside friends. I really feel like they know each other from the party scene, but they've sparked a relationship of sorts and whatever. But there's a trust issue. There's so much so that Roxy wasn't comfortable, we see in the previous episode, telling this woman that, hey, I'm gonna be on the show with you, because she knows you fucking run your mouth. You all are outside friends. I'm sorry. During COVID, you all weren't talking. Why? Because outside was closed. That's all I have to say about these people. And then Camilla and Bev meet up at like a lingerie store, and they get, oh my god, this scene was very, it was a lot. I'm a big girl, y'all, like, you can make out that, you know, she's got meat out here. Like, act like you don't fucking see. Like, it is what it is. She's cute though, I don't care. I care sometimes. Like, I don't know why I'm wearing this on camera right now, but it's happening. They meet up at this place where they sell underwear and what have you, and they get to talking, and they hey, Babe says to her that, oh, the girls and I got, and we sort of like just literally planned the whole thing without you. We just wanted to have a sleepover at your place. Camilla, or is this my holiday spot? No, at your actual home. This is Babe. Babe can know me. And then Camilla is there looking half shocked, like, how you figure that? Like, and then she's like, I can't exactly say no. Do you want to know what the other black women in the cast would have said? Because I know, I would have, Lagai, literally, Lagai, where you going? Like, where exactly? Oh, where? Not literally, that would have been the response, not, well, I can't exactly say no. Bitch, yes, like, you can say no. Like, it's production, okay? I guess production is like, no, they have to have, like, and then you're like, I guess, but they agree. And then she talks about, oh my God, Camilla and the rich woman flex. You hear how she's just like, oh, my holiday spot. Like, everybody has a holiday. Oh, Camilla, yeah. And then Camilla goes, oh, I'm so glad you brought me here. You know, before COVID, I could only buy bras in London. I said, I know, bitch. I know you could only buy bras in London. Me too, girl. Me too. And I know the bras. Hello, we just spoke about how I know the struggle. So I also couldn't board these flights. So I get what Camilla's going through. And then she talks about her weight, how her weight has fluctuated. She always struggled with weight. Her mother was diabetic, so was her grandmother. So she had to make, she was also insulin or pre-insulin resistant, but she's having health issues leading in the same direction, and she decided to get a gastric bypass or sleeve, I don't know which one, but that's when they reduce the size of your stomach, or they, whichever procedure they performed. I'm no medical expert, but it you know, it shrinks your tummy, and you can only consume tiny amounts of food at a time, and it's to help you lose weight and manage that weight. Weight loss is a very difficult thing. Living with weight is a very difficult thing. If you're fat phobic, I'm gonna need you to shut your fucking mouth up. Nobody wants to hear about how you're like, just like go to the gym and just like eat healthy, just like yeah, because that's not how it goes. That's not how it fucking works, and a lot of you know that that's not how it works. You just like to say it. Half of you skinny people have never been in a gym in your life, right? And then the others have eating disorders. We just saw in the scene people playing around with salad. What the fuck was that? Me, I clocked it. Just like the tapa, like, oh, is that a crouton? you know when you're going through it, like a crouton can make your heart stop. It looks like all the world's calories are in your salad. You be amazed, okay? But they get to, it's very emotional. Beverly talks about how her mom was also diabetic. That's why she's so strict about her health, and she stays away from sugar and what have you. And they bond over that, and she feels really heard by Beverly. This was a good moment. It was so relatable. A lot of women struggle with their weight. It's hard, you guys. Losing weight is not easy. Living in a big body is not fucking easy. Stop telling us to self-esteem our ways out of it. Just shut up. Shut up and go play with your crouton. Oh. I have to summon my inner Thato for this. Here you go, girl. Next. Thato no Roxy meets up, guys. I go layered over here. It's like you think you've done it, ne? You think you know what was said, and then it's like bam, 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 bam. Like Thato just doesn't stop, guys. So they meet up to talk about this abuse thing that they've both experienced, or at least Roxy thinks that's what the conversation is gonna be. Girl. Girl. Roxy's probably like, I think I'm lost, guys. Get to imagine, like, I was going to the place where we were going to talk about how men done us wrong, but no, Thato is just talking about how, no, like, I put him through a lot. Do you know what I did? I got married on him, gal. Like that's so let me just get to explain the scene before I get into this. I'm getting so excited and ahead of myself. They said, Thato. Can you go back and Jen? It's my last one. I shouldn't do that. Thato, that's Thato when the scene starts. My girls on the liquor sterling. Fucking similar bitch. Wine connoisseur. Can't do shit. They over there. Roxy shows up. Hi, it's nice. They sit down. She's like, let's get into it, you know. So she tries to explain that, you know what, there's been a long history here of violence, even of the physical kind, going both ways. She owns up to her shit about how she's been an aggressor in situations, that she's done things. Then we get to the crux of how we end up here. And I hope this speaks to those of you who think you're just gonna find somebody with means, you young girls. Somebody with means to take care of you and then you give nothing in return. You're fucking delusional. You're delusional. She talks about how he put her through school, or was at least helping put her through school, and she had nothing and was bringing nothing at the time. And she feels that's where the control and abuse started. I am very interested to know the age gap between these people, right? This is a girl from another country, well, within a country, okay? She's from Lesotho. Girl, you may as well be from Limpopo. You dig? She's from Lesotho. She moved to Cape Town, where she went to school, where she meets this person. This person is helping put her through school or what have you. She's among her own peers because she talks about how she started dating a classmate at some point. So I'm wondering, even if the age gap wasn't all that much, this person was clearly established enough at the time to contribute financially in her life, and so was able to control her, because that's what money does. It introduces a power dynamic that is really an imbalance, and men will control you with money. They will try to curtail your movement, tell you where to go, what you can't do. And when somebody does that, you act out. Thato doing all of these things, not saying how she says she treated this person was right, but her doing all of this was her trying to escape this person clearly trying to control her. She explains that she flew down to Johannesburg and got engaged and came back with an engagement ring, and he got mad, and then she went back and actually got married. She talks about how and then Roxy in her confessionals is talking about how, oh, she's the aggressor. Like, she's the one making this man act like this and what have you. In my video that I did of Andile Mpisane and Stelo and whatever, I mentioned that there are no perfect victims, right? Thato doing all of this person still has autonomy over themselves. They have the option to walk away and not participate in this, right? But they are choosing to stay because it's the control over her, or wanting to regain control of her, that they are into, that they are addicted to. That's the thrill. That's why they're staying here. So saying that she's the aggressor and she's making him do all of this, he has the option to distance himself from this girl. To be like, I don't want to be part of this. My girl says they've had physical... She didn't say altercations. I think she says alterations. She said what she said. Production keeps having to autocorrect like her shit. And I don't care. I'm still down for Thato. I think she's real. I think a lot of us have homegirls who behave. If you're from a certain... I live in a township, right? And I'm not saying all the girls in the township behave like this. Even the village girls. Abuse is more normalized than we care to admit. When we in our Twitter spaces and wherever, we like to act that it's this anomaly. Like, oh my God, I can't believe people still hit you. But like every weekend at the tavern, it's couples after couples getting into it physically. This is a problem in our country, and it's widespread. It's actually the norm. Having a man who isn't abusive is something people want to applaud, because that's the anomaly. It is what it is. She tells her truth. I love and appreciate her for that. In her confessionals, she does say that she feels like cheating is wrong, and she feels like getting physical with your partner is also wrong, and that the two are she feels that they are very much wrong, but they do not weigh the same. You can walk away. It's hard, yes, but you can walk away. Then we see Loveline have this over-the-top lavish party, and for her son's first birthday, Camilla arrives in costume. We got a nice little filler scene there with Camilla and the ladies who work in her house and the relationship she has with them. They seem to have good banter, really good relationship. I love to see that. And she's asking them if it's a great idea to wear the costume to the thing, and they're like, I guess. I mean, they can't say no. So anyway, she shows up at the party in this lion costume, and she later changes into something more appropriate for the party and what have you. Beverly arrives talking about what's that area that they live in. Oh god, Bev is shady as fuck. Bev is a material girl, okay? Area codes matter to Beverly. You fucking hear me? That bar, I remember when is it Ari or whomever had a birthday party for their son's first birthday, and the conversation of, are we really, how do I phrase this? Have we really taken over children's parties to this degree, and is it okay? Us having all this alcohol, like, and is this about the kids? Why can't we just have this stay a kiddies party and not have all these adult things involved? Because listen, the bar, it was bubbles. I don't believe Bev's grandson was sick. Bev showed up without her grandson. She's like, oh, he got a little bit sick. No, he didn't. You're like, I don't know where this is. It could be unsafe. That's how the fuck I feel. Okay? Allegedly. I feel like that's what happened. So, anyway, she shows up without him with this huge teddy bear. Looking cute. Thato also shows up. Thato is drying. She's twerking. My girl's flipping it. She's doing it. Oh. She's doing everything that she's supposed to do. They seem to have a good time. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in the video, but like, I was like, oh, okay, Thato, you went and got yourself a white party plan. Oh, okay. I mean, it is Cape Town, I suppose. Again, you've probably made out what I do, right? I can count like how many white people I've dealt with in my little like racist town. I can count. And no matter how good you are, and this is not me trying to make everything about race, but I saw it, and not talking about it is just like, no, like, no, I'm gonna talk about it. We often, we don't question when we need to support people of other races. It's the moment you need to support an entrepreneur of a person who looks like you, where you start just acting funny and whatever. They delivered. The event looked, I mean, a girl's girl, but like, okay, that's what we see. That's what that party was. It was nice. Everybody had a good time. There was plenty of champagne. There was all that throwing of money stuff. That's that stuff that makes me feel like, why aren't I Nigerian? I just need people to throw money at me. Oh my god. Anyway, that's it. That's it for you. Thank you so much for coming back. See you again next time. Bye.